Hey guys, for today's video, we're doing something extremely exciting. I wrote a book. So the reason I decided to create Draw Your Journal is really just because I couldn't find a prompt journal that was like this. The prompt journals out there right now don't really focus on you as an individual. My prompt journal is a visual diary that is all about you. So you don't have to write words in the journal, you can now draw your diary. So every single page in this prompt journal will be something that's about you. What's your favorite hobby? What's your birthstone? What's your favorite meme? What outfit would you wear on a red carpet? What would your day look like in a comic book? What's your ideal haircut? What's your favorite recipe? What's your dream vacation? If you had to draw your crush, what would it look like? Your favorite fairy tale? Your favorite number? Everything there is to know about you goes in the book. If you were to complete this whole entire book and then hand it to someone, it basically tells them everything there is to know about you. Except in my case, mine is gonna be all about me. But if you were to get the book, it would be about you. I think we get it. I'm gonna give you guys a quick tour of Draw Your Journal, and then we're gonna do a couple of the pages. Okay, so here we have Draw Your Journal. This is the cover, and I'm flipping to the back cover. Notice there is a lock and a key with hearts inside the keys. That is because this is supposed to be like your personal diary or journal, and it's the key to your heart. Let's take a look inside the book now. Here we have the cover page, the copyright page where you can put your name, and the materials list. There are dry materials and wet materials. If you use wet materials, my advice is to use a separate piece of paper because it could bleed through the page. The index is meant for you to keep track of which pages you've done. You can create your own secret language. Each page in this book is meant to be personal to you. So it's your dream vacation, your fairy tale, your spirit animal, your alter ego, your album cover if you had one, anything that makes you you. I'm gonna start off with the copyright page and put "This journal belongs to Bella," or my signature, Bellamena. In hindsight, I really did not have to cut out a separate piece of paper for this because I ended up using colored pencils. I erased my pencil markings and took out my Prismacolor colored pencils to color in this signature with rainbow colors. The return of the rainbow slide. In this case, I feel like this rainbow slide is more of a rainbow roller coaster, doing loop-de-loops, going upside down, and I love it. Yeah, I like that. So I connected all of the little rainbow pieces and swirls that were part of the BELLA, and of course at the end of my rainbow is a rainbow shooting star. They exist in real life, just you gotta look outside, guys. Kids these days, they never go outside. Taking out my black colored pencil and adding a drop shadow to the right sides of the letters, as well as the floor on the bottom of the letters to make it look like they're really three-dimensional and sitting. Here I am trying to get a tiny colored pencil blender to focus. It's not gonna happen. Using my nub to blend out all of the colors. I strongly believe I should have left the background white, but I always make at least one mistake that I hate. I shouldn't have made the background yellow, but I glued it into the book as is, and then I took my white pencil and blended it even more. She's not the best, but she's decent. I'm taking out my white gel pen and adding some highlights. Up next, it's time to color in the background. And I will admit to you guys that my camera stopped recording during this process. Something weird always happens to me, I swear. But what the heck was that? I was, however, able to get myself coloring in the background of the left side of the page, so I suppose this really doesn't matter at all because I did the same thing to both sides, but I feel it's important to admit when you don't do things perfectly. Anyway, once I was done layering all the colors, I took my colored pencil blender, and you can really see the colors get more vibrant when you start blending them out, and this is what the final thing turned out looking like. This page is definitely not perfect, and I had some mishaps along the way, but overall, I really like how the colors all blend together. I like how it looks colorful, but also simple, you know? Up next, we're still doing some intro pages to Draw Your Journal. I'd like everyone to note that there are doodles on the cover of the book, but then there are no doodles on the cover page. That is because I actually wanted you guys to be able to draw your own doodles on the cover page. Or you can copy mine, it doesn't really matter, I don't really care. The only rule I have for doodles is that you can't make fun of them. Except for this one. What the heck is that? The point I'm trying to make here is doodles are doodles. They're not supposed to be things that are well thought out. They're not even supposed to look good. They're just supposed to be little drawings that you make with like a pen or a fine liner. And sometimes they are ugly. Take this, for example. I don't know what this is. Another important thing about doodles is they are random. Balloons, smileys, hearts, clouds, suns, and it does not have to look good. I'm very passionate about the subject of doodling without judgment. Okay, guys, this is a judgment-free zone. You can make any doodles you want, and it doesn't have to look good. I think we've heard enough of me ranting, but that's my only rule. No one make fun of my doodles. They are doodles. Doodles deserve to be free. I'm not gonna even comment on whether I like this page or don't like this page. In fact, I am just gonna say this page was very fun to make. Up next, we're flipping to the page that says, draw your secret language. Draw a symbol for each letter in the alphabet. So notice you have all of those boxes with letters above them. I've started you guys off with an arrow being the letter A. So now anytime you write that arrow, it will be actually the letter A. It's a secret code. So for my secret code, I've decided to make the letter B be represented as a butterfly, the letter C be represented as a cat, the letter D be represented as a diamond. There's a pattern here. It's a little bit easy to break my code because each of my symbols start with the letter they're representing. For example, money, first letter is an M. Joystick, first letter is a J. Heart, first letter is an H. You don't have to do this. You could do literally anything. I mean, you could put numbers in these boxes. You could draw anything. They don't have to start with the same first letter. I just did that to make it easier for me to read. I also chose emojis for my code because I wanted to be able to write in the comments with my secret language. Anyway, so the fun part about this is once you have all of your symbols, you can use them together to make words and secret messages. And here we have the final page. I'm so excited that I have my secret language all set up. I'm not gonna lie, I'm also really excited that I remembered to use emojis for each of my letters because now I can make decodable comments on my videos. Up next, we're going to flip to an actual prompt in the book, draw your birthstone. If you don't know what a birthstone is, basically every month of the year, like all 12 months, have a birthstone that's associated with it. So depending on what month you're born, you will have a specific birthstone that you can draw for this page. I was born in the month of December. My birthday is December 30th. And there are 3 birthstones associated with December. There's turquoise, which is my favorite. There's zircon and tanzanite. All 3 of them are different shades of blue, so I have decided to just make blue stones. I'm taking out my alcohol markers, which always mysteriously have this one white Posca paint pen. To tell you the truth, I just like to keep it in there for safekeeping. Get back in the bag. I selected 3 alcohol markers. They're green, blue, and gray. I think they are a little dark, but that is okay because I'm intending to just use these as the base color to the jewels. I'll add some shiny effects later. But first, we're going to be coloring in the kitten. I've decided on this bright pink color. I was not influenced by the pink background. I was. And now it's time for my favorite part, the shading. I decided to use all different shades of blue and green and white. I did some weird shading on the kitten. I mean, the pink was a weird choice, the purple outline is weird. I don't know, but I like it a lot. I'm cutting out the kitten and the birthstones, and I'm going to organize them and place them in the book. After gluing those down, I wrote December down the side of the book, and this is what the final thing turned out looking like. I'm really happy that I mixed all 3 of the birthstones together, and I also really like that I incorporated a kitten. I just like cats. That has nothing to do with my birthstone. And here are all 4 of the pages that I did for episode 1 of Draw Your Journal. I'm so excited that Draw Your Journal is available now for you guys guys on Amazon. If you have any questions at all about the book, leave a comment down below and I will definitely answer you. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next week for another video. Bye!